Hello, pretty people. All the pretty people say hi, Jerusha. Yes, Jerusha is in the building. Let me know that you're in the building. I am 4 minutes late. It is 8 p.m. What do we do every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. in the Business Tip Motivation and Inspiration Group? I answer your business questions. I am a speaker, business coach, radio personality, and I've been in business for almost 2 decades. I am definitely someone who built their business online and offline. So I help you learn how to leverage and monetize social media. If you want to start a business, yes, this is the page for you. If you want to build your current business, this is the page for you. So if you're in my group, hey, I love the hearts. Heart me up on TikTok. Thank you so much. If you are in my group, Business Tips, Motivation, and Inspiration, you get to ask any business question, and I will teach on that subject or I will answer you privately. And tonight, the question is, what do I do in groups? Like, how is groups beneficial? Do people still use groups? How do I maximize groups? How many groups should I be in? So all of the questions surrounding Facebook groups. And so this is a good example that I use groups for my private community. And so if you are the type of person that you're building a customer base, right? You could create a group for your customers. If you're building a team, like I'm developing, I've trained thousands over the years. So if you don't know, I actually worked in radio and television, love the industry. My degrees are in communications and public relations, loved it, right? Love being on the radio, love all the things, meeting all the peoples and television. And when I had my first son, I decided I wanted to work for myself. So nothing about the industry, just I decided I wanted time freedom. Best decision I could have made. I laid off my corporate job years ago, right? Years ago, because he's a big young man now. And I said, okay, we're going to focus on you at that time. Obviously, that why has changed. They say your why should make you cry. At the time, my why did make me cry. Today, it's a little different. And so I actually am the person who got online right before the pandemic and started learning all the strategies. And so my hope is to shorten your learning curve tonight. So if you have a business bestie, if you're building a business or you have a girlfriend, she sells hair, lashes, nails, or real estate services, this is the page for you. So I share all of the business tips here, and I motivate you and I inspire you. And I don't think anyone actually, in my opinion, give you all of that. You'll have a business trainer or you'll have a speaker, but I am a combination of all three, because being motivated is not enough. You also have to be inspired to do the work, and then you have to have the skills to actually know what to do. So yes, and so thank you so much. Oh, good evening. LaShandrea is in the building. Did I say your name right? LaShandrea is in the building. Thank you so much for joining me. So the question of the night, if you have a question, put it in the chat for me. If you're in my business tip group, obviously put it in the chat for me. So I will answer your question. I'm happy to do that. But the first question on the agenda is groups. Like, what do you do in groups? Is it still popular? Yes, groups are thriving. Actually, here's a little secret for you, okay? Facebook is wanting you to build community. And in groups, you have community. So they are actually promoting you to build a family. Like the pretty people, you're my peoples, right? So hashtag to all the pretty people. If you are pretty, what that means is we're talking on the inside. So we crown our people over here. We celebrate, collaborate, and create great relationships. That's what makes you pretty. And so if you want to be a part of that pretty community, all you got to do is come over here or follow me wherever you are, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. And so I want to tell you that the groups help you build your own community. So when you go join groups, there's a purpose for that. You join in the group because you're going to get something. That's the only reason you're joining a group, or you're a part of this organization. And they're giving you exactly what you need. Remember, the goal is, if you decide to create a group, is to deposit into the people who've decided to be a part of your community. And so I just believe you shouldn't have, a lot of you have maxed out your groups. In my opinion, step number one, you're not in all those groups participating. Okay. You might want to go through your group. This is your homework, and decide, I joined it because somebody sent it to me, but is it of value to me? Am I participating? Am I contributing to the group? Like, what's the point of it? So you might want to just do some cleaning out of your groups and find out which groups are serving you and how you can serve in those groups. That's number one thing you need to do. I don't know how you maxed out your groups. Like, really. So I only do groups that serve me or I'm able to serve in that group. That's it. And so whether it's your hobbies, whether it's your profession, whether it's obviously if you have a business and like-minded individuals, like whether it's a mastermind or a course, those types of things you want to keep, obviously. So let's answer your question, yes, about the groups, baby. And so I'm happy for you because I want you, if you haven't already, to put yourself on a 90-day run. A lot of people are going to take off in the summer, right? And so if you're building a business, say you're just starting, you really want to still work your business right now. With a lot of people saying the economy is down, that we're in a recession, you really want to still be working your business. And so I dare you to run with me for 90 days focused on IPAs, income producing activities. I dare you to start new conversations because you can't control the outcome, but you can control your actions. And so you do that in building relationships in groups. So a part of what you need to do is decide on what groups are going to serve you and how you're going to serve in those groups. So Facebook groups, very important. Another thing about the groups, your question was, I'm trying to remember how you worded it. What do you do in the groups? First of all, if you are in a group that you are trying to make connections and build relationships to offer your product, your service, your opportunity, to be seen in the group, you're going to be different. I'm different. So you're going to be different. People won't tell you this. That's why I'm telling you. You want to stand out in the group and have people come out the group and follow you. You're going to introduce yourself in the group. Now, I know that made you scared just now. You like, Jerusha, girl. No, with a picture. You're going to take a nice photo. You're going to post in the group. I'm so excited to be a part of this group. I just joined this dog group. I just joined this mom group. I just joined this nursing group. Like whatever stage of life you're in, you joined a group, right? That's relevant to you. Okay. What got you here won't get you there. Understand? So what you need to do is introduce yourself. Now, obviously follow all the guidelines. You're not going to mention, hey, I'm trying to sell my Tupperware. Hey, I'm trying to sell my insurance. Like that's going to not get you very popular in the group. Let's just call it spade of spades. You came over here. I'm going to teach you what I know for sure. The reason you're doing this is you're going to stand out because you don't see people doing that, right? Yeah, because most of them are afraid to do it. So I go in the group. I introduce myself. I'm Jerusha, a mom of 2 boys, live in Atlanta. My degrees, my background, like, radio and television, right? That's all you want to do. That's all you want to do. Once you do that, guess what? People are so curious. People are so curious. Guess what they do? Let me go click on her name. Then they click on your name and they go to your page. You are out the group. So now you're on my page. I'm razzling and dazzling you because you're on my page. You get to see my full personality, what I offer, how I help people, my inspiration, how I built businesses all over, the country, how I speak. You're going to see all of that on my page. Now you're more curious. You follow. You're going to increase your followings. You're going to increase your audience when you do what other people won't do. Rule number 1, right? Second thing, a pretty person is putting all this goodness in the chat, okay? Second thing is when you join the group, you have to be a participator. That's why I said, I don't know why you're in 50 groups. You're not participating, right? You're going to join 3 to 5 groups that make sense for your niche. Like you need to join the groups that make sense for you where you are in life. Like I'm in a marriage group. I'm married. I'm in a mom of African-American boys because I have 2 African-American boys. Okay. I'm also in business groups, right? Also, if you're in a particular city, every city has groups. Obviously, I'm in Atlanta. We have several groups with our city. And so young business entrepreneurs of Atlanta, okay? All of them aren't business, but all of them are relevant to me. Does that make sense? So the reason why you want to be a part of that, like I'm in a dance group, because I like to go dance in different studios with the dancers here in Atlanta. I just like to see people dance. I like to dance. I can't dance, but I like to do it. And so I'm participating in the group. That's how you're going to stand out. And people see you're participating, you're commenting, you're posting. Guess what they do? They're so curious. They click your name and they come out the group to see who you are. Let me see who this is. That's what you want, right? You want to build an audience. That's what you said you wanted to do. Now, once you choose the groups, I can tell you I've been online right like 2019 consistently when the pandemic hit, posting in 10 groups every day. Now I know I told you 3 to 5, but you got to work your way up, okay? So if you can do 10, great. When I taught all of my teams, I post in 10 groups every day, right? Now, obviously, sometimes it's different 10 of the groups because some of them have the rules. Like if I do a video and that was my post for the day, some of the groups don't allow you to put your video, right? So whatever I post typically on my main profile page, I also post in the groups that I'm a part of, typically. Obviously, like I said, the dance group is all about dancing. I'm probably not going to post my motivation, right? So I'm just going to post me trying to do the latest dance, hit TikTok dance, right? The one about boys, you can only post about your boys. That's easy. I'm with them all day. I can always post about my boys. So most of my groups are within the realm of what I post anyway. So I'm not choosing something that's not. My hobbies aren't, but my business stuff is. Does that make sense? Okay. So that's your homework. Make it easy for yourself because this is going to seem like a larger task than it is. And it's going to put pressure on you. And when you feel like you don't know something and you have a certain level of pressure, then it's not fun. Then you don't do it. And if you're confused, you don't do it. Write this down. A confused mind does nothing. So if you're confused about it, like, oh, she said do it, but I don't understand. So that's why I'm saying ask questions. So I post in 10 different groups for the last 3 years consistently. Now, I already know a lot of those people that are in that group have now followed me, and that's why the following is high. Okay, but I also post value in those groups. Commenting, liking, posting value. Number 3, okay, this is what I just spoke about. The third thing is engaging and commenting. Don't let the administrator of the group be the only person that's always posting. She's always responding. You act like you're the administrator too. They don't know who the administrator is. They don't know. Okay. So what happens is you commenting, obviously more than a heart. That's not what I mean. Full sentences that we've learned. We want to have full sentences, use those vocabulary words, and you're going to do sentences, thought out sentences. So people are like, oh, wow, who is this person? Again, getting their attention. You meet new friends by engaging. Get connected to people that are growing. I only grow apart from people who don't grow. Like I can tell you right now, if all of my friends are growing, if you're not growing, we're growing apart, period. So you want to look like the expert in the group because guess what? I'm a mom of 2 boys. I can tell you every stage of being a mom with 2 boys. My son's a teenager now. So I can tell you the toddler stage, he was throwing toilet paper on the wall at school, wet toilet paper, right? I could tell you that story. Like I can engage with you about this. My son, when he was smaller, when I'm in the mom's group, he had to go to the bathroom in Home Depot. He pulled down his pants, saw the toilet in Home Depot, was about to go to the bathroom in the Home Depot. I can tell stories like that because it's my real life. So it's not hard for me to share it because it happened. So that's why I'm saying it's very important that you get in groups that's fun for you. If it's not fun for you, then you're not going to do it. It's a task. It's a job and you don't want to do it. Okay, that's where the commitment comes in. And so it's easy for me to get in that mom group and just laugh at things they're posting about their boys. And I can tell them about my boys. All I'm doing is building relationships. And we all know when you build relationships, you build those connections. And obviously you're going to end up having a new team member or a new customer or a new follower, something because you built that relationship. You following me? Yes or yes. Okay. There's all of this right here. What I'm telling you is all the goodness, baby. So number 4, when you do post, I say 3 to 5 is enough. I wish I wouldn't have actually done 10, but since I've done it consistently, it's like I can't stop. It became a habit, and I'm just like a robot. So number 4 is you're posting valuable content. So you're not just throwing up something because I told you to post in the group. You're actually preparing what you're going to post in the groups, especially if it's just 3 groups, that you're going to favor these 3 groups, right? And so you're going to nurture these 3 groups. And so you're going to make posts that are valuable for these 3 groups. So you will show up in the groups and network and build relationships. I dare you to take this challenge. I dare you to do it. So when God has selected you, it doesn't matter who else has rejected you, neglected you. God's favor overweighs all opposition. You will win. You got to follow a process. You got to follow a system. Save yourself time, energy, and money when you have a system. I created a system of posting every single day on my pages and one post in 10 different groups. That's a system. Because I created that system, it became a habit. Now that I have that habit, it actually grew my account and grew my relationships. And that's why you're a part of the Pretty People. You saw something somewhere, and then you said, oh, let me see who this is. That's what happened. Okay. Yes. All right. So hopefully I answered that question, my dear, about the importance of groups, how to use groups. Are groups still popular? Can you still grow in a group? The answer is yes. Facebook is favoring communities. Now, I would not say go start your own group if you're not ready for that responsibility. So to answer your question, great question. Should I start a group? I wouldn't, unless you intend to nurture that group. You intend to bring value every single day. You intend to, like me, I go live in this group, Business Tips, Motivation, and Inspiration, even though I'm streaming it TikTok, I'm streaming it on my main profile page. I'm streaming it the commitment is just the group. It's a courtesy everywhere else. So my commitment to the people that have joined my group is I'm going to show up and answer your questions if you put it in this group. I'm not answering random questions. You're in this group. So I'm favoring you. And this is what I am giving you is my knowledge of 18 years of entrepreneurship. How can I help you? So it gives them a reason to join this group. But I'm committed every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. for 20, 30 minutes. I answer business questions. Now, so if you're going to start a group, my dear, okay, you need to commit to the group. It can't be, I don't know what happened. The people weren't participating. Even in this group, most people watch the replay. They don't even watch the live. So most of the audience that's in here, they'll watch the replay, and I'll see that they watch the replay according to my analytics, right? But I'm committed, whether it's one person on the live or 100 or 300 or 1,000. I'm committed to every Wednesday at 8 p.m. So whatever you commit to, you want to make sure that you that you keep that commitment. Very important. Yes. So yes, you're afraid to start a group, but don't start one if you're not going to be committed. I think if you're afraid, that's okay. We all have fear. I was afraid to start this group. I was afraid. I'm always afraid. I'm afraid to go live. I'm afraid to do a TikTok. I'm always afraid. I do everything scared because if it doesn't scare me, then it's not going to grow me, right? So I just assume, okay, if I'm feeling something that's fearful, I need to be fearless and like, woo, let's do it, baby. And just do it. And then afterwards, to critique myself, see how well I did. If I served somebody, like now that was helpful, put hashtag helpful. If you learn something, hashtag helpful. That is what motivates me to come back again. If one person said, I'm doing it today, if one person does the homework, then my purpose is served, right? I meant to do this. I meant to help somebody else shorten their learning curve. Darlene in the building. Yes. Hello, Exodus is in the building. Thank you so much for joining me. Yes. So do I have any other business questions? So you can, wherever you are, you can put it in there. If I see your question, then I will try and answer it. We got like 6 minutes. I'm trying to answer your business question, especially if you are a small business. You're my people. Yes, my network marketers, my direct sellers, social retail. You got a small lash business. You sell t-shirts. whatever it is, you're my people. You really want to learn how to leverage and monetize social media. And so I've been there. I know what it feels like. I got the t-shirt, baby. Hashtag empowered. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Any other business question like about the groups? Anything that you are doing that's, helping you in the groups? I've had a lot of success in my groups, the groups that I am a part of. And I've been asked several times to be on live Zooms and being interviewed by the administrator of the group. And that is how I got the exposure. So if you're giving value in somebody's group for free, then the person that owns the group, they see you. They see you. And so that is how I've been able to be a part of being interviewed by the administrator. There's like 20,000 people in one group. I was interviewed, another group, 5,000. And once you get in front of that many people, they start to follow you. And then your audience is now growing. And then you're still putting out great content on your main page so they continue to follow you. Any other questions? All right. So how many learned something about groups? How many are going to actually do the homework? Say, Jerusha, I'm going to do the homework. Yes, you're going to do the homework. See, the thing is, the warrior acts in spite of fear, in spite of worry, in spite of doubt, in spite of. So I'm not in the mood. They still act. I say the winner acts in spite of fear. So even if you are afraid to set up the group, to join the group, to introduce yourself in the group, to comment in the group, do it anyway. That's what makes you a warrior. You always want to be the lion that's climbing the hill. I'm always the lion that's climbing the hill. It's just not enough. I got to go higher. Who else can I help? And I'm going to take everybody with me that want to go to the top. And so, yes, just be mindful that the group is for you to build community, not just to sell your product or your service or your opportunity. It's to build friends. So like Diana is my friend, like Tez is my friend. These are my friends for showing up on social media, and I've seen them over and over on my lives. Thank you so much for the hearts. I appreciate that. And so that's how you build community. Was that good or was that good? Say, yes, Jerusha, I hear you. Any other question? So I will do this. I am live with you every Wednesday, 8 p.m. If you're in my group, you get to ask any business question. If you're on Instagram, TikTok, you got to come over to Facebook and join the group. Make sure you answer the entry questions. It basically said, what's your email? I need you to tell me what the email is. And then my assistant will let you in the group once I have the email. But yes, you are more than welcome to come over here, my dear. I would love to help you build your business or start a business. I am currently developing, several new leaders in my company. Everything 100% online. I run a whole business online. And so I'm definitely looking for the best of the best. If you want to learn more about the 100, put 100 in the chat or go to my link tree. Go to my link tree and find out more about the 100. But yes, we can certainly work together. Absolutely. We can work together, at least get you educated. And so this is the last lesson. I'll let you go is understand my first contact with people. And this is going to help somebody is I want to know if you're open, not if you're interested. Those are two different things. And people misuse those words. I don't know that you are a fit, right? You don't know if you are a fit. So to ask someone if they're interested is jumping the gun. Because I don't know if I'm interested. I don't even know what it is. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I'm going to like the product. I don't know if I'm going to like the comp plan. I don't know if I'm going to like you. All of those questions. So just be careful when you say to someone, well, I'm interested. I don't know if you're interested yet. You might be open to the possibilities, open to getting educated. And that's where we want to start. So I'm happy to get anybody educated. And if it's a fit, and you see that this opportunity that Jerusha is a part of, I want to be a part of it. Now you're interested. Now we can move forward. So yes, so if you want to learn more about the 100, put 100, go to my link tree, go to my profile, go to my link tree, at least get educated. That way you can make an informed decision, a better decision, because the worst thing you can do is not make any decision. The worst thing you do is sit and watch other people do it. So yes, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining me every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. I will be here live just for the peoples. And so, yes, I see that all of you got value. Hashtag helpful. Thank you so much. Tag 2 people, share the broadcast. If you watch the replay, put replay. If you are newbie to me, put newbie in the chat. I'm Jerusha, and I'll see you on the page. Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes, I'm just thankful that grace and mercy follow me. I'll see you on the page. Have a great day.